Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to episode 2 of
the Heckling podcast.
Of the Heckling podcast. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot for a minute what we were called.
Yeah, so last time we didn't have a name for it.
And now we do.
Now we do. Yeah, so here at the Heckling podcast, we have me, Evan, and
Belinda, hi.
that's her. And we review comedy specials because no one else does it, and we don't want to make a production, like, we don't want to make actual content, so we're just doing a podcast. We're talking about shit for, I don't know, last one was 45 minutes. This one's probably like 12.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So today, as you can see in the title or the thumbnail or whatever, we will be heckling. See how that works?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
We will be heckling Tom Segura, Disgraceful.
Yes.
Yes. His recent Netflix special.
I think it came like a month ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to
Talk about it.
talk about it. Okay, so first thing on my list, I guess,
Your agenda.
is we're going to go over our past experiences and how much we know about this dude. So I am an avid listener of him and his wife's podcast, Your Mom's House. I am a mommy.
Wow, yeah.
Right? That's
He's
what they call them.
Yep.
So and I think we've both watched his previous special,
Mostly stories.
Mostly Stories.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen like another one, but
This is his third one, I want to say.
I think so. But he's had more than I don't know.
Like
It's
three like established ones?
Yeah, he has like 3 on Netflix. I'm not sure. Go over your stuff.
Me. Yeah, so I've seen Mostly Stories. I saw it last year. It was okay. Like, we'll get into it more, I think, when we talk about the special, but, I mean, Tom Segura is just sort of, your typical kind of stand-up. Like, he's good, but he's not anything
Well, okay,
special,
so
I feel.
I saw Mostly Stories about around the same time you did.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know who he was then. I just saw him on Netflix and clicked on him.
Right, yeah.
Which is, I think,
What I did.
most people that watch that was their experience. Very anecdotally. So I was introduced to him via Joe Rogan's podcast. The weight loss challenge with Brent Griesler. So I watched that after the fact, I guess. Like I watched those set of podcasts before they came out, and then I was involved with the whole. I was deeply involved. Jesus.
Deeply involved.
Deeply involved. I was entrenched in the Sober October story. So I was
Big fan.
a big fan while that was happening. So that's kind of how I came to know who Tom Segura actually was, and how I started to watch his podcast. And yeah. So
I've listened to one episode of the podcast.
yeah, very funny podcast. You should check it out. And it actually talks about a lot of the things that they've talked about, actually in this special.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So second on the list.
I am sick. Just so that.
Oh yeah, she's sick as fuck. So we're gonna go over his outfit.
Oh yes.
Oh.
All black.
All black.
Very slim in color.
I think there was some selvage denim going on. Like I think it was navy. It was a very, very dark navy.
Okay, but you know how some black denim kind of looks navy?
Yeah, maybe it was just different blacks.
Right.
But he had a nice satin bomber.
Yeah, when I saw the satin bomber, I laughed because would not have thought Tom Segura to be a black satin bomber man. I don't know. He had a black t-shirt on, you know, and then black shoes. He has a bit about his shoes.
Yes.
That's like his last bit. But yeah, overall, loads better than Joe Rogan's outfit. But I suppose Joe Rogan's outfit made for some laughs. Some good laughs.
Yeah, some hearty fun on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked his outfit. He looks, I mean, he's lost a lot of weight since the last special.
50 pounds!
Something like that. Yeah, he looks great. I'm proud of him.
Mm-hmm. The beard's looking good.
Yeah.
Hair is balding.
Is slowly disappearing.
Yeah.
But hey, okay, go on the next one. Next subject. The like production thing. How it looked.
Very typical stand-up.
It was, first off, it was in Denver.
Okay, yeah.
It was in Denver, which, I don't know. Most specials are in places, and it doesn't matter, so that doesn't, like, I don't know.
Do we want to talk about the crowd? The crowd...
How did the crowd laughed?
Yeah, the crowd laughed. It wasn't like any... There was no heckling.
No, it was until now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so crowd was, it was the fact that it was in Denver didn't really matter. But
there was this one part where he talked about Denver.
He mentioned the city. I don't know. It was like, but it wasn't clearly wasn't like his Denver material.
Right, because who has Denver material?
Just kind of a segue into what he was saying.
Right.
Gonna say anyway.
What else?
But I mean, the camera work was it just looked like a Netflix special.
Yeah, it looked just like there was purple lighting.
Yeah, I feel like that's every Netflix special has like secondary color lighting.
Yep.
It's purple lighting, green lighting, or like.
But we're gonna have blue.
He's an asshole, so fuck off.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
We can talk about that later.
We will.
No, but the first special he had green. Well, he has different lights throughout.
Okay, yeah, he has different
like
lights.
But like typically it's like pink or like green. I don't know.
I feel like some people have blue. A lot of people have blue.
Yeah. I'm talking out of my ass.
Yeah. He talks out of his ass a lot.
It's flapping away.
Okay, do we want to get in on it? I don't have anything else to say,
let's go over
really.
our general thoughts. Like, hey, I thought it was pretty good.
And I thought it was pretty good as well.
It was. This is the second time I've seen it because I saw it with my family.
I think like when it came out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was like very close to when it came out, and we just watched it now, and I believe we're gonna either gonna upload this like today or tomorrow. So
okay,
it'll be fairly the same sort of date that we watched it.
It is February 23rd, 2018.
Yeah, so I think as a fan of him as like a person, I'm not I don't know. I think he's my favorite things about him is his interaction with his friends and wife and like the videos he pulls up and just, but I don't know. I think he's just good at stand-up, and I think he's very polished, and I really liked it, but it wasn't amazing.
Yeah, like it was good and I enjoyed it, but it has no replay value to me.
Yeah, and
you know
like
what I mean?
Something like the last one, mostly stories. It was like I don't remember anything from it.
Oh, Seattle, I think there was some Seattle. Maybe it was set in Seattle, or he had like a Seattle joke. That's all I remember from it.
Yeah, I don't remember anything. Maybe I don't know if I tried, maybe I could, but I don't. I feel like his comedy is, it's not super like quotable or memorable. Actually, in this one he had one bit that like really captured the hearts of the community.
Right.
Louisiana. So we're
Yes.
talking about Louisiana. I don't know.
I think the thing about him is that, like, he's not the kind of stand-up who has, like, a very distinct, like, personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I mean, he describes himself this way. He just kind of stands there and says jokes.
Yeah.
He's static. I mean, does some physical things, but, like, he's just kind of stands there, and he used to be fat, so he's not used to, like,
Moving.
He's no Crystalia.
Right.
You know, which...
Crystalia's one dynamic.
Yeah. Or, like, even Joe Rogan, I mean, his last special, he climbed on a stool, like a...
Right, yeah.
I mean, he's not a... Like, he grew up as a comedian, as a fat dude. So, not as fat as Brent Griesler, but...
Like, I think what we're trying to say is Tom is not the kind of stand-up who, like, draws a lot of attention to himself.
Yeah, and he's not loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like...
Yeah, it's good.
But I guess it also sort of works against him because as a viewer, like, I categorize Tom Segura as a comedian in my head who is good, and I would watch his specials, but like I'm the type of person who values like replay value a lot. Like, to me that's important, and like there's got to be something that stands out or something that like speaks to me about it, and nothing really did, but that didn't mean that it wasn't good, because it was good. It was very good.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't disappointed. I think it was... I was expecting good, and I got good. So,
yeah.
Good job.
Good job, Tom.
Good job, Tom.
Do we want to go through the bits?
Yeah, so, I mean, this show, we're through no... hey, why don't you talk good? Hey, so...
Collect yourself. What are you trying to say?
Because we have no better way, we're just going through bit by bit.
If we kind of like, I guess the more we do it, and like maybe we'll figure out some way to do it. Hey, leave a comment below.
Yeah, leave a comment below.
For like the 2 other people who are watching this, because I'm sure that we are most of our own views.
It's you.
It's me.
It's
Yeah,
you.
honestly, me. I listen to our podcast all the time. But yeah, like if you are listening to this and you want to give us some feedback and you are also a comedy fan, tell us how you want us to do this, because I'm biased. I love us. We're great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so we know that we're doing it wrong.
yeah. But we don't know.
But we don't really know how to do it right, except just, I don't know, be better.
Yeah.
So,
Which I guess comes with time.
I think I think that will happen, just because people get better as they do things. But
yes.
yeah, we don't know really how to do it.
Yes.
So, what we're doing is going bit by bit and
Yes.
explaining comedy, which is
And
terrible.
talking about it, yeah.
Like,
so I'm so sorry if that's not what you
don't
want.
do.
Yep.
That's how you make things not funny, is you explain them. But I don't know. We're doing it, so
So leave a comment below.
make your own goddamn podcast.
Okay. So
His wife, Christina
Pajitsky.
Pajitsky, going by Christina P now, also has a special that came out recently. She's also good.
I've not seen that special.
Yeah, it's about motherhood,
Yes.
which I am not. I'm not a mother, But I definitely
sure?
enjoyed it. But I think I would have liked it a lot more if I related to it.
Right.
Which
because you're an 18-year-old boy.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to relate to it because I'm not a
Mother. Or even a father.
I'm not even a father, yeah.
That you know of, at least.
Well, yeah. So what the fuck did I just write down?
I don't know what you wrote down.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. So his first bit, he walks out and he thanks people for clapping for him, like everyone does, and he says, "I wish I was home right now."
Don't we all wish we were home right now?
And that he.
So, really going for that relatable comedy.
Yeah. And I am. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, oh, that's the meaning of life, which is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. And he talks about how you never have to leave home now, because favorite line, because you can sit at home and you can say, I want bananas, I want a hammer, and I want an eagle's beak, and you can get all those things delivered to your home.
Amazon is incredible.
Yes, Amazon is honestly Amazon Prime. Whoa, I have Amazon Prime. It is a dream. Thank you to the student discount.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he talked about like beds that recline.
Right. Yeah. He was saying how
or decline. I don't know. Incline. Because reclining, like a reclining chair, turns into a bed. So you recline into a bed.
But you wouldn't incline into a chair. That makes no sense.
I don't know. Just climb.
A bed that changes angles.
Yeah. It sits up for you, as you put it.
And he's saying that what was I gonna say? He's saying that soon enough we will never have to leave our beds because we do everything. We will push a button and our beds will lift up, and then we will take a shit, and then we will decide that we are tired, and then we will lie back down.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a terrible
That
way
sounds
to be.
awesome.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, that's what I'm waiting for.
I like to move my legs. I don't know about you. I'm an active woman.
Okay, fine. Jeez.
So yeah, that to me, starting off the special like that, it was not like a dynamic start or anything, but it was a very it felt like he was trying to relate to the audience, and I'm sure he did.
Yeah, it worked. It
Yeah.
was decent. It was good. I liked it. I laughed.
I laughed too. At the bananas, hammer, and
the
the eagle
bananas
beak.
and hammers.
Yeah. Good use of it's like a writing device where you
Rule of 3.
the rule of 3, but also it's like, hey, don't pick the thread off my sweater. It's also where you increase in significance. So you start off with a banana, and then you go with a hammer, and then you go with an eagle's beak, because each one after the other is more zany and weird.
I think it was lol random.
Yeah.
Lol.
And
Then he talked about his being fat, right?
Yeah, and then he talked about being fat. So then he's like, hey, I look great.
All I wrote down on my paper is Bert is fat. If you didn't know, every time I say a name with... Okay, so Bert Kreischer is the comedian he did the fat challenge with, and what he said it, and he said Bart Crystal or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so that's who Bert is, and that's why I'm saying weird names.
Yeah. Thank you for giving context to the viewers.
Yeah, so I don't really remember it because I didn't write anything down on that.
Oh, okay. So he's saying that he lost 50 pounds and that it was hard and la da 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 da, and now that, because he's a fairly public figure, people ask him for weight loss advice all the time, but he is in no place to give it to people. And then that transitions to Starbucks and how Starbucks, is not helping people lose weight, because now whenever you go to a Starbucks drive-thru, apparently they try to push food onto you. I've never been to a Starbucks drive-thru, so...
Yeah, we don't have them in Canada. We live in Canada.
There's one in Richmond.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right when you get off the bridge. But, I don't know. We went to Starbucks every day in the 12th grade, but we walked.
Yeah.
We walked into the store.
I feel like a drive-thru.
Yeah.
Like a drive-thru to get coffees just seems weird.
Yeah. But it's like, oh, hey, I want Starbucks on my way to work. I don't want to get out of the car. It's like, I guess it's like a McDonald's drive-thru.
No, I guess because we live in Vancouver, which is like a city, so.
And also, we live in Vancouver, which means that there are 2 Starbucks on every block.
Yeah, so I guess our experience with going to Starbucks is there's always a Starbucks you can just walk to from wherever you are.
Yeah.
So, like, if you need Starbucks at work, you just go to the Starbucks.
That is probably
you don't have to
beside your building.
Drive on the way there. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, sorry, Tom, but this joke did not land on us.
Didn't relate.
Yeah, did not relate.
Very mad.
But then he talks about In-N-Out, which
I've also never been to.
Yeah, I've also never been to.
I have been to LA, but I didn't go to that because
Because, I don't know, burgers are overrated.
You suck. Burgers are good. Yeah.
But yeah.
So the Starbucks, like, he's saying the Starbucks question that they ask you when you go to the drive-thru is, what will you be eating today? And the joke is, no one eats at Starbucks. What the fuck? They're trying to make you fat.
Yeah. I mean, I eat at Starbucks, but...
Yeah, I mean, I do, but sometimes.
Anyways, that is beside the point.
Yeah, and then In-N-Out says an even worse question. Will you be eating in the car?
Yes.
And
Which,
that's so
I mean,
sad.
you probably will be if you are ordering In-N-Out.
Will you be eating in the car?
Yeah.
Savage.
That bit was pretty good. I enjoyed the In-N-Out part. Why? I do not really remember. Trying to go through my notes.
Oh, and he goes over 3 words you can't say. Retarded?
Oh, right.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're retarded. The fuck?
Sorry, forgot that bit. Keep going. Yes, I am retarded.
Yeah, so retarded. I forget the points he made in these because I didn't really write them down. Retarded, gay, and midget.
Yes. For midget, the midget one was funny. He was like, oh, now you can't say midget, but you can say that they're under 4'11" with the hands.
Yeah, he did a lot of like subtle bits. She said what I'm referring to, but
right, yeah,
it's hard to explain without the timing and the visual aspect.
So watch the special. What we're saying is watch the special.
Yeah.
Even if you hear us talk about everything that happens in the special, watch it anyways.
God damn it.
Support your local comedians.
From where you don't live.
Yes, from where I don't live and have never lived and have never been. And then he sort of ends that by saying that what you can say are white racial slurs.
Yes. Cracker, honky.
Yeah. I have never heard of any of them except
Guinea.
for cracker. Guinea?
You've never heard honky?
No.
I don't know what it means, but it means I hate white people, but
okay, I've
it's
never...
Like, you honky. It's like cracker, but different. I don't know what they mean.
Right, well, I love white people, so not like I would know these.
Yeah, like Louis C.K., rest in peace, had said something similar about the word cracker. Or like, it was something like, you can never offend a white person. It's like, what are you going to say?
Right,
hey,
yeah.
Fuck you, cracker. And he's like, oh, ruin my day. Nothing you can... I'm untouchable.
I mean, as a person of color, I don't get offended by racial slurs, but I know that.
Fucking chink.
Yeah, I am privileged to be in that position. Anyways, yeah, so he ends by saying that it is okay to say racial slurs, and I think, kind of going on to another point from that is that he, references that a lot throughout the rest of the special, but then he does that with a bunch of other bits that he does too.
Yeah, it does feel connected. I wouldn't call it cohesive.
Yeah, I would not call it cohesive either, but it is very interconnected. Almost reminds me of what's his face? Oh yeah, my second favorite stand-up thing of like all time is like this one episode of Stuart Lee Comedy Vehicle, but just because he references an earlier bit at the very end, but he does it in such a good way. It's Stuart Lee Comedy Vehicle, I think like season 2 episode. It's the one about death. Anyways, go watch it. It's great. I love it. I have literally seen it 6 times.
I should watch it.
Yeah, you should. I think, yeah, I watched it on the plane to New Zealand like 3 times on repeat because I was so bored. And then I watched it another like 2 times on the way back. But then I could never find it on the internet. But then I think like last year I found it on YouTube, and then I watched it again and I was like, wow, this is so great. Anyways, yeah, so Tom, he like references different bits that he like, different bits from before, and with the white racial slurs, he just calls people crackers and honkies throughout the whole thing, which is it's not weird because the original bit is why those words are funny. Yeah. So he just says them to be funny, but like you can't just flat out say cracker without explaining it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so if you just call someone a cracker in one of your bits and don't address it, it's just weird. Yeah. Like, the fuck? But if you explain, hey, this is funny, you're welcome to laugh at this, and then you say cracker later, then it's funny. That's why it works as a bit. Yeah, that's why it works. Yeah. So then from there, he kind of goes off on race again, and he talks about some racial fight that he saw, where he was in a park, and then like a white person picks a fight with a black person or something, and then no, it was like, it's kind of a weird story. He's in a park, he sees a white person call another. A white person calls a black person the word that, I mean, how he says it is he calls him a n. That was funny. That was so funny. Another one of those like subtle kind of bits. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. So and then the actual fight doesn't occur between those two people. It's some other black guy, some other black guy who apparently like pops out of the bushes and is like runs across and tackles him. What'd you say? Yeah. So that was funny. He talks a bit about like race loyalty. Yeah. So he's envies the racial loyalty of ethnic like, people. There's no white racial loyalty, which I totally agree with. Really? No, we don't give a shit. Oh, that's true. Whenever I see like another Chinese person, I'm like, hey, hi. Yeah, it's like, oh, we are similar. We are from the same land. But white people are always like, we're all individuals. We are all for ourselves. It's all me. And then, yeah, so then from there, he does his Denver joke. Whenever comedians do, like, oh, hey, New York, I don't cringe. Yeah, it's a thing that makes sense. It's a thing that you only appreciate when you're in the audience. Because when I saw John Mulaney and he did his Toronto bit, I was like, whoa, I feel like a part of something. You know, but then I feel like those never land because it's like, who the fuck gives any shits about Denver at all? But he basically, I liked kind of how he did it because he did it like, I don't know, 4 bits in, and he said, right, yeah.
Denver exists. Weed is legal here. And then he did his weed bit.
Yeah.
And of course the crowd went, "Woo, we live there." But it wasn't like, "Hey, Denver, what's going on?"
That's true. Yeah, he did a commendable job on that. So yeah, and then he talks about weed, which I feel like sort of carried off into 3 different bits.
Oh.
Yes. So there's the weed thing about how it's legal now, but then people from his generation were traumatized about the fact that it was super illegal, and you're yawning, and
I'm back.
About like how he had to go through very harrowing situations in order to get his marijuana, and then that transitions to the Vietnam War, and about how some veterans are okay with it and some veterans aren't. And then he transitions that into a bit about his dad, who was a veteran in the Vietnam War. Talks about
Top Dog.
Top Dog?
Yeah, it's what they call his dad on the podcast. I showed you like the dad jokes.
Yes, I have heard that bit.
Thing. Yeah.
But then basically he says, or he quotes his dad. He asks, basically the premise of the bit is that he's asking his dad whether or not he killed anybody during the Vietnam War. And then
how his answer changed over time.
Yes, his answer changed over time.
When he was younger, he was like, "Nope."
Yeah, and then he was a bit older, and he was like, "Oh, I threw some grenades.
I threw some grenades in some bunkers. There were people in them."
Yeah. And then when he asked his dad last year, his dad was like, "There's no better feeling than killing the enemy." And that line comes back later on in a very funny bit.
Yeah, so he talks about the next bit is his dad telling him when he was a teenager to kill a woodpecker because he was pecking at the house, and that's expensive.
Damn those woodpeckers.
Goddamn woodpeckers. And so he shoots the woodpecker with a air rifle, and then like later in the day he goes to his friend's house or girlfriend's house or
his girlfriend's house, yeah.
Whose parents are environmentalists, and he tells this story, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's an endangered woodpecker. How do you feel?
How does that make you feel morally?"
He says, "There's no better feeling than killing the enemy."
Yeah, that was funny.
It was good.
I enjoy it when people reprise bits because it's, I don't know, it's like a little inside joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you feel warm and fuzzy.
I did it. It was me. I figured it out.
Yeah. Okay. And then, okay, so he does this a lot. Because the next bit is the "don't you hate everyone," like Cajun people bit, Louisiana. But then the next bit, he does like the stand-up comedian thing where he just like asks a rhetorical question to the audience that is sort of like a generic question, if you know what I mean.
What did he say? What?
He was just like, "Don't you just hate people?"
No, okay, so what, he was making fun of that. No, because he was like, "Don't you," like he was signaling that he was starting another bit by saying like, "Oh, don't you hate this?" Like that's a lot of things. That's a lot of comedians do that.
Yeah.
Where they're like, "Oh, don't you hate like
airplane food?"
Yeah. What's the deal with cell phones? We don't want to.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So but he said, "Don't you hate everyone?"
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I bet it made it more funny because we just told you that it was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We are one informed
Comment down below
of your humor. Okay. So then he talks about Cajun people.
Well, he talks about Louisiana. He's like, "Oh, this guy." So this Louisiana bit has gotten nuts because after the special came out, like everyone from Louisiana was like, "Hey, fuck you," and it's like it's like what the fuck.
Like it's very obvious that he was not he didn't actually hate Louisiana. I think you can tell by like there was like a change in cadence about like how he like talked. You know what I mean? There was a change in cadence.
What?
Yeah, like when he was talking.
What are you talking about?
Coughing break. When he was talking about Louisiana, and he was like, "We should build a wall, but only around Louisiana." He even like just like the way he walked across the stage, and like the way that he like kind of said it, like you could tell that it was not in his like normal cadence.
No, I mean he's joking about it.
Yeah, obviously. That's what I mean.
Okay, so yeah, I mean he's joking about it, and
people did not.
Yeah, I
like
mean, like if you make a joke about like a contentious topic, like I don't know, name one so I don't get in trouble.
Contentious topic. Hashtag me too.
Yeah, like I don't know, rape or something like that. Like sexual assault joke. The fact that you're even talking about it, even if you're just joking, is bad. And these people live in Louisiana, and he called them crackers, so they were like offended. Right. It doesn't matter that he was joking.
Yes.
It mattered that he joked about it.
Yeah. Because
they know in their deepest, in their hearts, that Louisiana is a shit state. I hate Louisiana. Yeah. Never been there. New Orleans seems fun.
Okay.
Open liquor. Great.
Wow. Ooh. Rubbing my eye. Should not be rubbing my eye. Oops. Okay.
So when I watched it originally, I thought the Louisiana bit was like longer.
It was very short.
Yeah, it was really short. I thought it would be, I mean, not as long as what my example is, but I was remembering it almost like the Bill Burr Philadelphia incident. Have you heard that?
No.
Or basically he shits on Philadelphia for 12 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like...
Which special was that?
No, it's like a live thing.
Okay.
He was like it was like live, and he was...
shitting on Philadelphia.
No, and he was like bombing kind of, and then he just shat on Philadelphia for
12 minutes.
Yeah. Like it's legendary.
Okay.
But I was thinking that this Louisiana bit was like, he's like keeps going on about Louisiana, like it was like almost like he was beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Which would be funny because horses suck. Yeah, so but it was way shorter than I thought it would be, and which makes it even funny the responses you get. Like, you just go on his Instagram and he has some amazing DM conversations. I think I might have sent something to you.
Yeah, you did. I laughed.
Where he pretends he's like a guy working for him.
Yeah.
So he's like,
yeah, Tom sucks.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, why'd you have to say that shit about Louisiana? Fuck you. And then he's like, oh, I work for him. He's pretty abusive, but I hear you, man. They have like a long conversation about how Tom Segura is an abusive employer. It's hilarious. Mm-hmm. You should get help.
Oh yeah, the people's responses are pretty funny. He was like,
I think his kind of spontaneous and how he like reacts to things is what I like about him the most. And
right, yeah, I can
like,
see that.
I've gotten more joy out of the fallout from the special than maybe even the special itself.
Okay.
It's like, it's amazing. Which, I mean, I still liked it. But yeah. So next thing, he goes to hotels a lot because he's a jet setter, road dog.
Right.
He's a platinum album man. He's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
He goes hotels.
He goes places.
He goes places. And when he goes to these places, he gets hotels. And he's describing this story where
how he is mistaken as a Japanese man.
Yes, his Segura, his Japanese sounding name, which kind of doesn't.
It does not.
Yeah.
I guess like the raw, the gura.
Sugoi.
Yeah, like the gura part, I guess.
Saguna.
Anyways.
Tome Sagura.
I'm Asian. I did not think that Tom Segura was Japanese.
No. And he's saying he's Spanish, which the clerk at the hotel. Clerk? Doorman?
I wanted to say busboy, but that's not what it's
Not
called.
a busboy.
Like the comment down below if you know what they're called.
And come on, it's bus person.
Bus person, sorry. Bus girl.
It's 2017.
Yeah.
It's 2018.
2018.
Oh god, I'm old.
what point were we trying to bring?
Yeah, and then okay, so the desk, the guy at the desk. I think that's just what you call hotel people.
A guy at a desk?
The guy at the desk.
Right, yeah.
That's the proper name. Go down and go see the guy at the desk.
That's
we lost our key. We need another key. Go see the guy at the desk.
Yeah.
Guy at the desk. Oh my god. Comedic genius. Pat on the back.
So yeah, so the guy at the desk does not believe that he is Spanish, because he's white, but then he's not from Mexico. He's just Spanish.
Yeah.
And that was pretty funny. I myself am terrible at geography. I spent the first 12 years of my life thinking that Egypt was in Europe.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, have I never told you the story?
No, let's go.
Okay, so in grade 7 social studies, I don't remember how this came up, but okay, in grade 7 social studies, I sat at a table with Paulina. Okay, I was assuming none of these people that we went to high school
with. Say 4 people. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but the fact that it was Paulina who corrected me was what made it funny.
Right.
Because I said something and she was like, "What? Egypt is not in Europe, Belinda. I thought that you were smart." And I was like, people make mistakes. And then she did not live it down for like the rest of the week. And I was just like, shut the fuck up.
I thought you were smart.
Yeah, apparently I'm not.
You're really not.
Yeah.
My god.
So dumb. Just the dumbest.
But really, that's really dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking moron.
Okay, Egypt is pretty north, though.
I mean, yeah. Just because it's civilized? You think it's in Europe? No African country can have superior technology. They had a library? Must not be African. You
They
racist.
built pyramids?
God damn.
Yep. So, I'm so sorry to...
Oh, and speaking of Asians, he's like, oh, there are also Asian Mexicans, which does blow the shit out of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Blow the shit out of my mind. That's a weird phrase. Blah, blah.
Okay, yeah. So, more race things, basically. And then that transitions... Oh! Okay, that doesn't transition at all. Sorry.
What?
This is the new bit. The Cincinnati Bengals bit is the bit that came after that.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Oh, sorry. No. So
No,
he talks about his being Spanish.
Yeah.
He talks about being Spanish, about how his mother's Peruvian, and so that's how he can speak fluent Spanish. And then he talks about how he grew up listening to music, and that was funny. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch the special.
Yeah, it was real funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was talking about how he was raised by the musics
of his
two
mother.
Musical geniuses. One a sultry Spanish boy.
Yeah.
Talking about love.
Yeah.
And like some weird crunk rapper. Talking about cum.
Blowjob Betty.
Blowjobs and cum all over places. Everywhere.
Right. Tom Segura has a lot of masturbation jokes.
Speaking of Louis. I mean, Look out for him.
Yeah, look out for him.
Don't get cornered by that guy.
Is this joke too soon?
Nah.
Okay.
No one's watching this.
That's true.
Okay, this is gonna be the thing they fish up from my past when I'm a world famous podcaster and like, hey, he said that Louis C.K. was a bad guy or whatever. I don't know.
I'll take the fall.
He talked about it. Yeah, it's her fault.
Yeah, I will be I don't know what I'll be. I will be a nobody.
It's sad.
I don't want to be a somebody.
What the fuck? Ah, that's true. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like being anonymous.
Yeah. There's no video on this. Yet.
Yeah.
We're not famous yet.
Yeah. None of my friends like comedy, so it's not like they would watch this.
Yeah. Why did I write down elevator? Oh,
because he had some bit where he was like, isn't it great when you...
wait, so was the Bengal bit after that?
The Bengal bit was
I don't
after
think I
the
wrote that
Spanish
down.
bit.
Wait.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Bengal bit was after the Spanish bit. Spanish bit was good, basically. That's the verdict. I liked it.
Yeah, I think it was really good.
Maybe the highlight... Wait, I'm just trying to look through all the other bits. No, never mind. Never mind. I know what my favorite part was. Okay, let's go on to the Bengals bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It was about how his friend is lame.
Yeah, it was...
This is like signing a ball. Pac-Man Jones.
I mean, I am not a football connoisseur. I know some things because you tell me things, and I retain things.
I liked how he described Pac-Man Jones as microphone joke incoming, not approachable.
Yes. He literally... That was funny.
Yeah,
not
I like that.
approachable.
I like his like little tiny, like subtle anecdote things that are...
Yes.
I think that's
his winning, like...
I like when he does that.
Yeah, I feel like that's his winning, like...
Formula?
Sure. Let's call it a winning formula.
What the fuck? His signature laughy starter.
Yeah, his signature laughing appetizer. But it's like, because he's not a punchy comedian.
Yeah, he's not like a forceful, like, oh, he just said what he said.
Yeah.
Huh.
So the way that he kind of inserts humor into his bits, well, like, obviously, like, his entire bit is funny, but it's like the way that he presents it in like a really subtle way, but it, like, the way that he puts emphasis on certain things is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Bengal bits. It was
Just
okay.
skip it. Elevator thing. He was talking about how great it feels to close an elevator door on someone.
Do you relate to this experience?
Kind of. Because I don't think I've ever done it.
Okay.
But I've definitely thought about doing it.
Okay.
I've fantasized about it.
Oh, I've definitely done it.
Oh.
I live in a building with 14 floors, and I live on the 4th floor. So, as a good Samaritan, I'm supposed to take the stairs. But sometimes after class, I'm just really tired, and I don't want to take the stairs. And also, like, I have to scan my card to get in. To be like, hey, I live in this residence. And people like to yell at... Like, people have literally called me out for taking the elevator. And... So sometimes when I get in an elevator, I'll just close the door because I don't want anyone to like. It's a true struggle. Like literally, ask anyone who lives on the 4th floor. We have all experienced it. People on like the fucking like bitchy girls on the 13th floor love to yell at people. It's so annoying.
Shout out to you, 13th floor bitches.
Yeah, shout out to you, 13th floor bitches. You don't know what school I go to.
Wait, isn't there something in Drake's Back to Back that's something like that?
Going back to back.
Comment down below. There's something about like It's like a colloquialism for girls from Philadelphia. I don't know.
Okay.
Something. Comment down below. Ignore that.
Right, okay, so after the elevator bit...
Something about parking?
Parking?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there was something about parking, but I didn't write it down because I had no idea what he was saying, because I think we were talking over it.
Yeah, I think... I got kind of bored.
I got tired.
Maybe just because we're tired. I'm actually pretty tired now.
Yeah.
But... I don't know. I mean, it was also the second time I've watched it.
Right.
But I feel like it happened... I think there's a lull, and it's just kind of... He doesn't... It's not a story. The whole special is just kind of a collection of things that run together, which is, I mean, what stand-up is, typically. Right. But, like, there's no overarching story that kind of keeps you in it. So it's like on his 10th bit, it's like, oh, okay, he's just
saying funny things.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think I remember being just like on my phone the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
Like 3/4 of the way through it, which is kind of where we are.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it ended strong. With the funny disabilities bit.
No, I have the Bengal thing after the elevator and the parking thing.
Okay, then maybe it was.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay, right. So the part about the Bengals bit, we didn't explain it at all. He's talking about his friend in the tunnel after a Bengals loss, which isn't that uncommon.
Shout out to sports.
To the Bengals. They suck. And he's like, he's trying to get Pac-Man Jones, who is a violent, murderous football player, to sign his ball. This is his friend we're talking about. To sign his ball, and he's like, no, fuck you. And he's like, oh, but my dad loves you, and he wants it. And Pac-Man Jones said, tell that motherfucker I appreciate him.
Right, and that is also a line that reoccurs throughout the rest of the special. So yeah, after that, after the Bengals...
horny woman.
Right, yeah, horny woman. Oh, yeah, this bit was pretty good. I quite enjoyed this bit.
Yeah.
Where he...
This is the one that kind of gets you back into it.
Right, yeah, I would say that after this, it goes back up. He is saying how he met a woman after a show once, and the woman was like, oh, I am...
like a 13th floor bitch.
Yeah, like a 13th floor bitch. I can imagine her already.
Saying, I am horny like the way guys are.
Yes. And then he's like, no, bullshit. You're not.
I'll tell you a story.
He tells the story of how when he was a college freshman, he looked like a 47-year-old man, and that meant that he could buy porn for people without getting caught. Mm-hmm. And so one day he goes to the porn store with a grocery list of all the porn that he needs to get for everyone in his building. And then the owner of the porn store says, hey, you'd like this place. So then he goes to that place. And it is a freak show.
It's just a weird dude with suspenders and nothing else.
Yep.
Just weird guy, and there's like a booth with a glory hole.
Yeah.
Type of thing that you can get your dick sucked at. And he's like, oh, Mr. Segura's like, oh, who sucks the dick? And he's like, you see any other cars in the parking lot?
No, there are no other cars in the parking lot.
Yeah, so, little old guys with suspenders gonna suck the shit out of your dick.
Right.
Suck the shit out of your dick.
Suck the shit out of your dick. Or your butthole.
Or your butthole.
And so then that transitions into...
Well, that's saying that don't think that your boyfriend or any man is like, any guy would maybe think about doing that, putting your dick in a hole where a guy with nothing but suspenders to suck it.
Right.
And that's how horny guys are.
Yes. He calls it pigtential.
Oh, right, yeah. We have unlimited pigtential. It's like a girl can say, hey, do anything, and guy will be like, oh, yeah, sure. But a guy saying, hey, eat my ass. The girl's like, fuck you, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Okay, good to know.
Good to know.
Vision problems. That's the next bit.
Yeah.
That was like, eh.
No, he like talks about, my vision's not great now, and then.
Oh, that's the prostate exam bit.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No, so he like talks about how his vision isn't great, and then he's like, oh, so I went to the doctor for my vision, and the doctor said, do you want a prostate exam? And then they never talk about the vision again.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
No, they do. He says that he has like latent farsightedness or something.
Yeah, but like.
Anyway, the prostate exam bit was good.
Yeah. He was kind of retelling the jokes that
his doctor
was supposedly saying to him.
Right. Supposedly. And then after that is the funny disabilities bit.
Yeah. I think that this was in the trailer.
Was it? I didn't see the trailer.
Disabilities aren't funny, but some are.
Some are. 3 of them are.
Some are. 3 are. And these are all things that from the podcast, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So, foreign accent syndrome. Someone can get knocked out, and their brain gets all weird, and and then they
start speaking, but in an accent.
In a foreign accent. Like a British woman gets hit in the head and now speaks with an Asian accent.
Yeah. That's the example
hilarious.
he gave.
He's like, oh, that's goddamn hilarious.
I feel like any bit with like an Asian element to it, I just automatically find hilarious. But maybe that's because I'm biased.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would go with that. I am pretty biased. I enjoy Asian humor. Because it's funny. Because I'm like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. I relate to this. I am this.
Another one of these is his little subtle jokey things. Is while he's like imitating this British woman's Asian accent, he's like, oh, he like does like, oh, I don't know, Dito.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't know how hard it is to not squint during that.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Because their eyes are like that.
Asians have small eyes. I have small eyes.
Yeah. You do.
Hey,
and the second disability is some official name, also known as never not coming.
Yeah, never not coming. You come every 90 seconds.
Constantly aroused and you come all the time and you can't live.
That's honestly probably
it's
pretty
actually
painful.
Really terrible.
Yeah.
But it's really funny.
It is. Ooh. Phone. My mom's calling me. Do we stop recording?
No.
Okay. Hey, Mom. Mm-hmm. 買咗㗎啦.
Well, that's her mother. So.
Nope.
Let's continue. The next.
個零鐘頭後咯.
The next disability that's hilarious.
Okay.
Is Tourette's.
Yes.
And he tells a story about his.
Okay, bye, Mom.
One of his classmates. Oh, welcome back.
Hi. Sorry, it was just on the phone with my mom, who apparently texted me, and I did not answer, and she was worried.
Oh.
Yep.
She's fine.
I'm fine. I'm just in Evan's basement. It's dark and scary. Keep going.
So Tourette's. And he tells the story about his a guy in his elementary school who had Tourette's, who would like be crazy, and he's saying one of the funniest days of his life or something. I don't know how he phrased it, but a substitute teacher came and
was not informed
that one of the kids had Tourette's, so he was like drawing markers on his face and going, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, and like then that. Basically the substitute teacher lost her mind.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
It is funny.
Then he talks about babies, Asian babies, and he's like, oh, Asian babies are cute.
Right, this is his new dad bit where he's like,
oh yeah,
I'm a new dad, that's a redeeming fact about myself, I now have a kid. And then he talks about how Asian babies are cute. Asian babies are cute. I was fucking adorable as a child.
I was not a great baby, but a fantastic toddler.
Oh, okay.
Up until like elementary school.
No,
I was pretty cute in elementary school, like first grade.
Okay, well, I have literally not changed in appearance, so I still look like the same when I was 4. That's a fun fact. If you're ever looking for me,
look for a 4-year-old.
Look for a 4-year-old who's 5'2".
He's saying, oh, Asian babies are cute, and he's like, oh, I'd throw 30 white babies off a cliff just to get an Asian baby.
Or that's how the exchange rate is.
But luckily the baby exchange rate is better.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
That is funny. The Canadian dollar's not doing too well though.
Thing I wrote down that was funny. Maybe my favorite thing in the special that I forgot about his intro to the 3 disabilities that are funny. He was like, oh, most disabilities aren't funny. You know, the ones that they have a 10K or a quilt.
Oh yeah.
Which I liked a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to babies go into what? Oh, right. Okay.
Diapers?
Babies are selfish.
Oh, right, yeah. That's the bit where he was like, oh, babies,
No, getting a baby.
Right, having a baby. Getting a baby.
Getting a baby.
Having a baby is not gains. Having a baby is not a selfless act. It's actually a selfish act because all you're doing is reproducing, and then you love this kid because this kid is you.
It's just a smaller version of you.
It's just a baby you.
And your favorite parts about it are the ones that look like you.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And then he talks about poop.
Jacking off.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
he talks about jacking off, too.
His son's shitty asshole.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Everyone has shitty assholes.
I don't know. What was his masturbation thing?
I don't know. I just wrote masturbate. Oh.
I wrote jerk it.
Right. He was saying how that now that he has a kid, it's like he values his time masturbating a lot more, and that he'll try to like surprise himself and like tease himself, and like his dogs will watch. And it's all in all a great time. Masturbation tips from Tom Segura.
Yeah.
Have your dogs watch.
Have your dogs watch.
Nike. And then yes, the Nike thing. He talks about his shoes.
So he starts this bit like, oh, these shoes are nice. And then he's like, oh, so some Nike employees like saw me at a show and they're like, hey, I see you have Nikes on. Would you like to go to our factory and like, hello?
And shop our employer store?
And he's like, oh, and then he's like, oh, do I get free shit? And they're like, no, but you go through this to get free shit. Then he went through it and he didn't get free shit. And then he was mad. And then he bought Adidas.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was okay.
That was how he ended it. I also wrote that he said that he had a cute face, a nice voice, and he ended the show by chugging his bottle of water, which is nice because I feel like the water bottle on the stool never gets enough attention.
No, okay, you don't understand. Okay, he is saying that he's the water champ.
Oh, okay.
This is podcast lore.
Okay.
So, him and his wife have a competition about who drinks the most water because drinking water is great, right?
Drinking water is great. I drink so much water.
Yeah, you're the water champ of this pair.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, the water champ. So him drinking water is like, oh, he's the water champ.
Okay.
Which is why he did it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, we forgot to talk about change my diaper. He's saying that change my diaper is a great insult that we should all use.
They haven't changed my diaper.
Fuck you. Why would you say that to me? You're such an awful person. Why don't you go fucking change my diaper?
Hey.
Hey, that's so nice. Okay, we're kind of done. I don't know.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like this one was worse. This podcast, you know?
Yeah. I think we're both just really tired.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
Sorry.
Next time our energy level will be up.
Nah, I won't.
It probably won't. We're pretty tired people. We've got lots of things to do.
Not really. So we're gonna go over our rating, and we have no rating system in place yet.
This is just a spontaneous.
If we would go out of 5,
okay.
I'd go
with 3.
I'd go 3.5. No, because okay, if you go 5, if you go out of 5, you gotta like qualitate. Qualify what each point means.
Oh, okay. So for me, let's start with a 5. A 5 would be like all-time favorite. Would watch this 30 million times and not get sick of it. A 4 would be like solid. Like it was really good. Maybe I'd watch it again. No doubt. Okay? Like a 5 special, I could probably like recite all the jokes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Something
a 3
like that, yeah.
special would be like it was good. It was good. We'll probably forget about it in a week.
No. 3 should be average.
Okay, yeah. Okay, fine.
3 should be the dead average.
That's what I mean. So 3 is like the dead average, meaning that it was good. I will probably forget about it, but it was good. A 2 would be like, was kind of bored, didn't really like care about it, la da 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 da. A 1 would be like, do we want a 1 to be like absolute worst, or do we want 0 to be absolute worst?
Well, I think 2 can be like apathy.
Okay.
Like, it was just not great.
Right.
You know? Like, it was just below average and...
Mm-hmm. And then a 1...
And then a 1 would be like, I didn't like it.
Okay.
And then we can do 0 for comedic effect later.
Okay.
Like, if we really fucking hate one.
Then yeah, I'd say this is probably like
Bo Burnham Make Happy is a 0.
No. Bo Burnham Make Happy is like a 4.
No.
Yeah, Bo Burnham Make Happy is definitely a 4. I haven't seen it in like 2 years, but I watched it a bunch when it came out.
So if we're gonna go by that, so you think it's average?
I think it's average.
Okay.
But like, it's also like, I wouldn't mind watching it again either. Like.
Yeah, for me, I think it's a 3.5.
Okay.
Because. So I think it would, because 4 was like would watch again.
Yes.
So. I did watch it again.
Right.
But I don't think I was rewarded, or I don't know. I don't think my second experience was, it wasn't amazing.
Right, because what I like about rewatching things is that like every time you watch it again, it's like, whoa. It's
yeah, I don't
so
know.
good.
I I didn't really enjoy watching it again.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
no, I enjoyed it because it's great, but like it was good, but it wasn't like,
Stellar.
yeah, whatever.
There was an element of apathy.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not two though. Yeah, so I'd give it a 3.5.
Okay. I'd give it like a 3.2.
Yeah, so 3.5. It's above average.
Yep, definitely
but,
above average.
I don't think I would watch it twice if I were to restart my life from here.
If I was
Even though I've already watched it twice.
Okay.
And liked it both times.
Right. I feel like that's like what we keep talking about in the special, where it's like, oh, this is a good special, he's a good comedian, but it's not like great, you know?
Yeah.
But it's great, like it's good, it's really good.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I think there's a lack of je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, I think every time, and I think he seems like he'd be really consistent. Like,
yes.
Every single time that he goes out, he's gonna do good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe in a different environment, like just at a comedy club or an actual live show, not a special, he would be more free, I guess. More like more kind of free to be him. Like I've seen like live podcasts, which is different because you have like a whole crowd of people that love you and get inside jokes, but I think it at a show that's not a special, I think it might be more enjoyable.
Right, because the special is him with a list of bits.
Yeah,
you know
I think
what I mean?
him slightly unpolished, I think might be more just like
entertaining
and like impactfully entertaining.
Right.
Like the kind of, if he's like looser, maybe it'd be better. Because I really like him as a guy and how he just reacts to things, and
yeah, I would agree with that.
He's really funny on his podcast, and that's where he's just talking. So I think in a situation where he's not like, this is my special, I'm going to do the best I can, I think it potentially more enjoyable. I've never seen him live, so I don't know, but yeah, I think that's my conclusion on his stand-up.
Okay. Do we want to talk about the title?
Oh, sure. So it's Disgraceful. I
don't really see the... Like, I can stretch a correlation, but...
I don't think it was very deserved. Like, I don't think it was... So, Disgraceful you think disgraceful, and you're like, okay, so it's like an offensive comedy special. Which, I mean, he talked about...
offensive things, but it wasn't...
offensive things, but I think the bar for offensive is so high with people like, I don't know, like Jim Jeffries, Bill Burr...
Anthony Jeselnik.
Like, I think there's a lot of like just dirty comedians that say really fucked up shit that just talking about his abilities doesn't make you... It's not... Maybe you shouldn't name your special Disgraceful. If you just kind of like, I don't think it was that... It wasn't like controversial, really. He wasn't political. He wasn't... You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. He's too wholesome.
No, I don't think he's wholesome. I think it wasn't... Like, that's not his brand. His brand is not, like...
He's not like a screamy comic.
Yeah, like...
he's too subtle, like...
title of someone who's actually, like, more offensive that... I don't know.
Anyways.
But a lot of people got offended by the special because of the Louisiana bit. So, in a way, almost unintentionally, it did actually fit the special.
Right.
Because so many people got ticked off by the
Louisiana bit.
Which just, like, I know he was saying on his podcast that it doesn't... like, he didn't expect the weirdest things that don't, like, on the road never get, like, people riled up. It's like you put out a special and you do a small bit about Louisiana and then everyone loses their minds.
Like, it was such, like, an offhand bit, too.
Yeah. So, I guess, even though I think maybe the Disgraceful name wasn't lived up to, it ended up living up to it just because of that, the Louisiana thing.
Right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna conclude this.
Yes. It's been nice. It's been great.
It's been nice. It's been great.
Tom Segura, Disgraceful.
This was Heckling, Tom Segura.
Episode
Disgraceful.
2.
Episode 2. Like and subscribe to my YouTube
comment
channel.
down below what we should do instead
Yeah.
of this format. And I guess we'll rack our own brains too.
The next one won't come out in a while because she's going back to Toronto for school. It'll be a similar time frame than the, like, between this one and the last one.
Yeah.
So once she comes back and she's here for, well, kind of forever.
Yeah.
As long as forever is, because we're young and anything can happen.
We'll release these more frequently.
We'll try to do them pretty often.
Yeah.
And I think what we'll try to do is do ones that are newer.
Like, do them as they come out?
Yeah, because I think and I think we need to do them pretty quickly, because to get any traction, not that that's really the goal, we're just kind of having fun, but to get traction, I think just talking about old specials that people have already talked about.
Joe Rogan Live from 2005.
It was 6.
No, it was 5.
Really? Okay. Well, wait, is it? Wait, I have the notes right here.
I have my notes right here too. I didn't write down what year it was from, but I know it was 2005. Did you write it down?
Did I?
I don't think you did. I want to say that you did not.
No, I didn't.
Nope.
Well.
Well.
So, we're signing off. See you guys next time. How long was this?
I don't know.
When I moved the recorder. I don't know. Oh, 1 hour 17. Wow, that's
Jesus
a
Christ.
lot longer.
Okay, what did we even talk about?
Well, yeah, so the last one was 45.
1 hour and 17. Okay, yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Maybe we just talk slower.
I don't know. We're tired. So,
see ya.
See ya. Goodbye.
Bye.
Signing off. Till next time. Goodbye.